Welcome to 7shifts Academy, guided lessons for restaurant workers, owners, and operators to get the knowledge they need to grow their businesses and succeed in their careers. 7shifts is scheduling software made to simplify labor management, one shift at a time. We help restaurants improve performance, freeing up time for managers to focus on serving their customers. In this video, we're going to talk about moving up in the restaurant industry. More specifically, how to grow in your career so you can advance into a management position. First, you may be asking, what exactly does a restaurant manager do? To put it simply, a restaurant manager is responsible for the day-to-day operation of a restaurant. According to Indeed.com and the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a restaurant manager is responsible for the following jobs. They hire the front of house staff and, depending on the type of restaurant, the back of house staff as well. If there's a head chef, the chef may handle the hiring and management of the kitchen staff. They build staff schedules, sign off on hours, and oversee payroll. That is, if the restaurant doesn't have a central accounts payable person or department. They make sure the front of the house and the bar, if there is one, is stocked. If they work in a quick service restaurant, or a QSR for short, otherwise known as a fast food restaurant, they make sure the kitchen is stocked too. Restaurant managers also make sure employees are following company rules and protocols. In smaller establishments, they may plan the menu. They act as the intermediary or middleman between the staff and the restaurant's owners or its corporate headquarters if it has one. They manage budgets and submit profitability reports. And finally, they attend meetings and give input on how to improve restaurant profitability. Now that we've gone over the responsibilities of a restaurant manager, we can dive into the skills you'll need to tackle them. 1. The first skill you'll need a lot of, if you haven't guessed, is leadership. Strong leadership skills and the ability to build a team-oriented work environment can help reduce one of the biggest problems a restaurant faces: high turnover. According to Gallup, a happy and engaged team reduces turnover by 24% in high turnover industries, including the restaurant business. An inspired manager who leads by example and listens to his team's needs while also giving clear direction can help keep their staff happy and engaged, and that keeps them from seeking work elsewhere. 2. Restaurant managers also need to have good communication skills. Clear communication is a big part of being an effective leader. According to research conducted by the International Conference on Arts, Behavioral Sciences, and Economics Issues, communication gives the feeling of belonging and sense of partnership with employees working in the organization. When employees feel they have been heard and that they can communicate with their supervisors at any time, they feel more a part of a group and are more motivated to work. This is true in any industry. Clear communication is especially important in restaurants where the pace is quick, people are working in close quarters, and stress levels can run high. 3. People will be looking at you as a manager to make tough decisions. That's why you have to be good at problem solving and conflict management. Speaking of high stress levels, problem solving and conflict management skills are a must-have for a successful restaurant manager. In a white paper, the consulting firm Arbinger Institute estimated that every conflict costs an organization about $255,000 in lost time, lower productivity, poor decision-making, and even attrition. If you can communicate clearly and build a strong sense of team spirit, you'll likely be able to reduce the number of conflicts in your restaurant. But they'll still pop up either between staff members or, even worse, between staff and patrons. Being able to keep a cool head, listen to both sides, and negotiate a fair solution is key. But problem solving among your staff and customers is just part of the job. You'll also be called upon to solve snafus like supply or food shortages, last-minute employee call-outs, or, heaven forbid, emergency medical situations. It's important that a restaurant manager be able to think on their feet and know how to take action to solve unexpected problems quickly. 4. It goes without saying, to succeed at a job as challenging as being a restaurant manager, you need to have a positive attitude. A positive outlook is the key to keeping yourself and your staff going. In his book, The Positive Leader, former Microsoft Europe chairman Jan Molfeit emphasizes the power of positive psychology in motivating a team. As Molfeit puts it, positive psychology is not plastering a cheesy smile on your face and making half attempts to look on the bright side and be nice to people in the office. It's about fostering a mindset and workplace culture that's been empirically proven to fuel greater success and achievement. Simply put, a positive, supportive manager usually inspires happy, engaged workers. And happy workers are the foundation for a successful business. Molfeit cites several studies that illustrate the effects of a positive attitude on a business's overall success, including a 2014 study by researchers at the University of Warwick in the UK. They saw a 12% spike in productivity with happy workers, and on the flip side, a 10% lag in unhappy ones. Focusing on the positive side of things, particularly during stressful moments, will help inspire and motivate happy staff, reduce turnover, and add to your restaurant's bottom line. 5. And just in case you haven't heard it enough already, it's very important to be able to pay close attention to detail. From budgets to schedules to table settings, there are a lot of small yet important details a restaurant manager needs to keep track of. And no manager can keep it all straight all of the time. It's important to train yourself to quickly and carefully analyze situations and keep a vast number of tiny details straight in your head. Fortunately, there are plenty of handy apps and programs available to help you stay organized, including time tracking, scheduling, budgeting, and inventory apps. 6. The skill that ties all of these other skills together is flexibility. Now, imagine that everything we've mentioned above, budgeting, resolving conflicts, keeping track of staff and inventory, gets thrown at you all in one shift. You won't need to imagine it if you're a restaurant manager because it will happen. That's why you've got to be flexible and you've got to be able to multitask. It's a good idea to set a plan for each shift so you don't feel like you have to do everything all at once. For your breakfast shift, for example, you might plan to open, count the cash drawers, make sure everything is clean and in place for the day, and take care of some payroll work. Just remember that no matter how hard you try to stick to that plan, problems, distractions, and unexpected issues will probably intrude. Stay on your toes, learn how to switch gears when the situation demands it, and you should be fine. Now that we know the skills that you need to be a great restaurant manager, we need to master them. And here's how. The most likely way you'll build these skills is on the job. When you look at job boards, many of the entries don't list a college degree as a job requirement. Instead, many restaurants are looking for people who have experience in the restaurant business, either as servers, bartenders, assistant managers, hosts, or a little bit of everything. They want people who have been in the trenches, so to speak. People who have had proven success pleasing customers and problem solving in the highly stressful restaurant environment. That being said, there is a place in the business for people with a more formal education. There are some restaurants who might prefer a managerial candidate with a college degree. The most common degrees in the restaurant industry, according to Career Builder, are business administration or management, culinary arts, accounting, or hospitality administration or management. Some colleges and culinary schools also offer degrees in food services management. While some more specialized or higher-end restaurants may require their managers have a degree, most will simply see candidates with a college education as having a slight edge. Certificate programs and massive open online courses, or MOOCs, are also great educational resources. Want to expand your skill set but don't want to spend a lot of money on higher education? You're in luck. There are certificate programs that can help. Many local colleges that offer related degrees may also offer certificate programs, which require much less time and money. Then there are MOOCs. These are online, often free courses from reputable colleges and institutions around the world. Coursera, which hosts classes in everything from art history to economics, lists a free course in food and beverage management. You can learn all the ins and outs of restaurant management at 7shifts Academy. Enroll in our free course at academy.7shifts.com and dive in. So there you have it. Now you have the full scoop on what it takes to become a restaurant manager. It's true what they say, great leaders aren't born, they're made. If you've been working in the restaurant industry for a while, chances are you've already developed some of the skills you need to make that next step to restaurant manager. But if you feel like you could polish a few of those skills, there are plenty of restaurant management guides and resources to help you. You can see a list of them at 7shifts.com/restaurant-guides or academy.7shifts.com. But don't forget about getting some person-to-person help as well. Find a good mentor who can train you up. And remember, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do the coursework you might think you need. Look into certificate programs or free courses to get the business and soft skills you need. Or if you're feeling ambitious and want to shoot for a job at the more specialized and higher-end restaurants, look into getting a college degree. Taking that next step in the restaurant industry is very doable. Remember, it's all about having the skills and, of course, the right attitude to get the job done. Good luck.